Welcome to Still Talking Uncut. I'm your host, Big Easy, joined by the co-host, Uncle Joey, Matt Lemasters. Special guest tonight, my man, fresh off his amazing jar release that I was honored enough to get to attend. My man, Mr. Tater Loves Beth. Nobody else showed up but Big Easy.
Well,
That's all. I was there.
you done a fine job, sir. You was a gentleman in all aspects that I know.
That's
Man,
because you left afterwards.
I have
I say, who you talk about?
I had a lot to do. Now you can ask Jeremy and Shauna if I'm not a man of my word. I told them that I'd bring them some wild game for their after party they was having, and I drove 20 mile, probably. Well, I won't say 30 mile round trip, but it took me
Which
4
is like
hours
4 hours down there.
because of traffic.
Yep.
But now I got it there, and it was steaming hot and fresh, still in the crock pot, and I reckon they enjoyed it, and nobody got sick. So
I wanted to go Saturday, but I wanted to go Saturday, but by the time the end of the release came, I was in no condition to drive all the way there and then back.
Well,
So
that's why you was there, was to relax. That's what got me back for, was to relax and enjoy God's done.
Hold that jar up, Easy, man. I like the color of that.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
The oak's nice.
Yeah.
It's real light, so it doesn't.
I'm gonna love that.
It's about 2/3 apple and about a third oak, ain't it, Easy?
Yeah. So the nose is like the nose on the lid is different than the nose in the jar. Like the nose in the jar is a little more woody, and then when you taste it, it's a little more woody up front. But then the apple comes through, and the apple hangs. Like the apple hangs really, really long after you're done. Like a fine brandy. Whenever we make a fine brandy, it sticks around on our lips, the fruit, and that's what we want. So it's everything you'd want in a jar. Especially not too much age, so that it doesn't the wood doesn't overpower anything. So I think it's a real nice balance, and it came out. I will say this: it's the best jar I've tried from the Winners.
Well, now you ain't gonna lie.
I wouldn't lie.
I know Stones was better.
No, it wasn't.
But was it worth waiting 5 years on?
I mean, I didn't really have to wait on it. You did. So
Yeah.
it came when it came, so I didn't have to wait.
The people there, they done an exceptional job of how we finally got to it,
Oh yeah.
They turned in and was helpful and just done. I mean, it was amazing how they really turned in and done what they're supposed to do with it.
It was definitely
and that old boy, I won't say his name, but that old boy that runs the still up there, son, he knows that still back, front, up, down, and I mean, honestly, he's the man that run the still. I just made the recipe. At the end of the day, it's my recipe, and I overlooked it and done the tasting and the proofing on it. But you know what I'm saying? He run the machine that made
right. I mean, it's his machine. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's his machine. Like if I'm going out to dinner with Dale Earnhardt, I'm letting him drive. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what he does. You know what I'm saying? You drive us there, and I'll feed us. You know what I'm saying? That's my part. You drive me there, and I'll feed us.
But
so
and
how big still is that there?
It was on a 800. 8 or 850. I think it's 800. Don't hold me to it in case you look the number on it and it's different.
The one that the one that's in the back there.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's a 750.
750. Well, whichever one. I like I said,
it's a big ass still.
Yeah.
I don't know. How's that? Yeah. It's just big.
It's a big ass still. Anytime you go in there, it's the one behind the glass.
But now I'm gonna be honest with you. We did put 800 gallons of mash in it.
And filled it all the way up.
So it was 800 gallon hole. So, but anyway, for it to be a column, with 5 plates in it, plus the other stuff it's got. I was amazed that any apple come out of it at all.
Right. You didn't use the gin basket like Sean did on his run and put anything in. You just went straight to
No,
the plate.
I told that old boy just to run it like he runs every day with their corn mash,
Nice.
and us run it like that, and that's the way we did. So,
did you do just a single pass, like a
well,
one time?
you know I did.
Yeah.
I don't run liquor twice.
My man.
That's a
just the way you said that, it almost offended him that you would even insinuate that he would run liquor twice.
Well, I just
hear it in his voice.
That wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you ask questions for the people that ain't so. I knew what it was, but it's
just.
Honestly,
a lot of people run different ways, and you can tell he's true about his way. Hell no, I run liquor once. You know what I mean?
You get the same response from me. Like, what?
My opinion on it is if it's a shitty, you have to run it twice. You shouldn't run it first time.
Ouch.
I'm sorry, but now I ain't against saving your tails. And saving them up, getting all your alcohol out of your mash.
That's money.
But I would cut it off, before it started tasting bitter and use that. Then throw that back in the next batch. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But in my opinion now, I ain't saying nothing bad against anybody. Do what you want to do. But if you have to run it twice, that's my opinion on it. It wasn't real good if you have to clean it up.
See, I hang out with these guys, and these guys run like you. Yeah, it's the same thing at one time.
Yeah, I mean that's just my opinion. Everybody's entitled to anything. I don't want to cause controversy in any way.
If I'm going to run a 50-gallon still twice,
if I'm on TV or somewhere legal, that's the way I'd run it. How's that?
Right. It don't matter where I'm at. It don't matter if I'm using an air still or a beer keg or a 100-gallon pot, man. I'm one and done. Get in and out. If I'm running twice, then I'm doing 2 runs and getting double the amount. I'm not doing 2 runs for the same amount. I just can't fathom it. But to each their own. That's some people like to do it like that, and that's why everybody's got their own way.
But now too, if you run a thump keg or a doubler or whatever you want to call it, now you are running it twice, technically.
That's the way I see it.
So that and if you was just running a whiskey straight into your worm or whatever, straight out of the pot into the worm, now I could see where you'd want to clean it up there. But I probably wouldn't never do that on purpose.
Right. It's one of those things you're like, I ain't got no choice. This is how I got to do it. I'm going to get it done.
Yeah.
So I got down on Friday, and I was there for old Jonathan Bray, and I forget the lady's name that was with him.
Was it Nicole?
For their release. It was nice,
Yeah.
Nicole Schreiner, maybe?
Yeah, there you go. I couldn't remember.
Yeah, you're right. But me and Beth went up there and seen them. It was nice. It's good to see them. Old Bray seems like he's matured a lot since I seen him last.
Yeah, sometimes life events will do that to you.
Yeah.
Kick in your ass and grow you up a little bit, But
yeah, I was proud of him. He acted good and polite and nice and, and everything. He seemed like he's going to make a good man.
Yeah, and then there was a bear, and everybody just freaks out when they see bears. You think people never been to the mountains before.
I know it.
And that bear back there, man, just all huddled around him. This dude's eating nachos in the back of somebody's truck and shit, and everybody's buying with their phone. I'm like, man, let that dude eat. Like, man, if I'm I'm mashed up and I'm smashing on some nachos hidden in the back of a truck, I don't want a bunch of people watching me.
No, but they do.
They do.
Farm to bottle, how they take pictures of you and stuff.
Yeah,
Bean,
Bean was the bear at Farm to Bottle a couple years ago. The bear passed out in the chair, everybody taking pictures. So
after
it's like a car accident, man. You ain't got no choice.
Yeah.
Human nature.
Oh, that was funny. I showed up that morning. He's still out there asleep.
Yeah, my man. Who, him or Sean?
God.
Which one? Both of them? It's
But that's memories. We've had a good couple of years with this shit though, man. I've enjoyed getting to meet you guys and hanging out with Williams, and hope we get to do it a lot more, down the road. And I know we're going to in August whenever we come up for 10 man.
Yep. And we're gonna push that 10-man, man. We're at a 10-man festival. We're gonna have it huge. We're gonna get as many people as we can.
This year.
Yeah. It's gonna be awesome.
I feel like that's an event that we can stand behind, and a lot of other people have no problem standing behind it as well.
If anybody's wondering what we're talking about, in mid to end of August, and I believe, what is that, Mechanicsburg or Urbana? Where is that, Uncle Joey?
It's Mechanicsburg, but the event was up in Milford Center, but the event is based out of Mechanicsburg, I do believe.
Yeah, it is.
So, in Mechanicsburg, Ohio, we do they put together a poker run, 10-man run. They raise money to help somebody get a heart who needs it, and hence the name 10-man run. I believe the feller that puts it together, he was gracious enough to receive a heart, saved his life. So he found a way to give back, and every year they raise money. I believe last year they said they raised around $10,000. We will be sure to have him on at the beginning of the year, somewhere towards the end of the spring. We'll get him on a couple times along the way, and let him talk about what he's got going on. And you'll see us all there and all that. So yes, we definitely look forward to seeing you up here for that, Tater.
Yeah, I can't wait. I enjoy coming up there. Them people up there treat me like I'm family, man. I mean, first year we went up there, where we stay at, I ain't going to indulge that, but where we stay at, I had never seen these people before ever in my life. Not at an event, not at nothing. And here they've got a big motorhome sitting there hooked up, air conditioning, it's 60 degrees in it. And, there you go, guy. Have at it. I said, are you kidding me? He said, no. He said, that ain't good enough. You can come in the house, but it's a little nicer than the house, he said. So, but we stay there on that farm, and it's, you know what it's like up there. You're used to it. It's just corn or soybean everywhere you look, man. I love it up there.
Yeah, up in that area, it's just corn and soybeans, man. And like you said, you come up here, they treat you like family. We get the same reception when we come down and see you, and everybody knows. It's just like, doesn't matter where you're from in this community, man. Everybody will treat each other with love and respect they deserve. Not saying there every now and then there ain't a couple, ha-has on there, some people, you're going to have some of them, but for the most part, it's all family and love, man. So I took the wife out to Arkansas 2 weeks ago for their moonshine and music festival, and they treated us like family. Didn't know none of those people, and everybody was so nice and caring and wanting you to have a good time. And it's just amazing how we all try to treat each other in this community we can. As long, and like I said, some people, they let money get involved, and when there's money involved, you learn a lot about people. And most of us, 99% of us, we ain't about that. We're just about the love, man. The love and
that's
passion.
Exactly right. If I have anything to do with the benefit, the first thing I see is if it's 100% payout, or if it's to benefit the person putting it on.
Right.
And if that person's taking any money back at all, I don't have nothing to do with it.
Right.
Because to me, a benefit's a benefit. You put all in and you give. And you don't expect nothing back for give.
It's the whole reason why the only charity I'll ever donate to is St. Jude. Other than that, I will never donate to a charity out there because it doesn't go to the charity. It goes to the CEO.
Out of 10. Yeah, that's exactly right.
St. Jude, that money goes to them children and them children's parents who need it. So that's definitely a great cause. So at Tater's release on Saturday, dude, it was packed. I bet Tater sold more jars in the first 2 hours than anybody else ever has. It was insane.
We sold nearly 2/3 of it in 2 hours.
Wow.
What I feel like I wasn't able to make it, but from what I could see, probably in my eyes, Tater has a good friend base, man. He's got a lot of people that love and care for him and did a lot of what they could do to show up. And, he has been on that TV show a few times to where he's got that little bit of Hollywood notoriety from seeing
Mr.
that
Hollywood.
too. Yeah. So no, I mean being real.
I wasn't gonna go there,
you got
but
both sides of it, man.
he's
You
a
got
piece of shit.
people that see him on the show, that have seen him on the show, and you've got people that are just friends of his. So you probably did have a pretty good turnout down there. I'm glad you had a good turnout. I think that's awesome, man.
Oh yeah.
You're one of the most genuine shiners that I have met. I've met a few over the last few years, man, and out of all of them, you and John Benz, I think if there was an award for two of the hardest working shiners that you took,
I agree.
You took what you've done and you've taken that ability and you've put that to good use, man. And you and John Benz deserve that tip of the hat, man. You guys do a great job.
I appreciate it, Joy, but you still got to pay for your own jar of liquor. I'm sorry.
I tried. I thought I had a good line, man. I really did.
I appreciate it, Joe. And, my sister and my niece come up there, and one of my sister's friends that I grew up with. And we talked afterwards, and she said, Tater, she said, I know you're a good guy, don't get me wrong. But she said, I didn't know that you had touched that many people in what time you've been around this community of doing this. She said, I just could not believe what they were saying about you. I said, yeah, I ain't that little bratty fat kid anymore, sis. I said, I've tried to do good with where I'm at with this. And I'd love to make $10 billion off this shit, but if I don't, and I can just meet friends and help raise money occasionally for good causes, what's wrong with that? I can work, make money.
I've
got a good woman and some good kids that's behind me and everything, pushing me, and being rich is judged different ways.
Right.
You can have very little and be the richest man in the world. Or you can have all the money that you can stack in Fort Knox and be the most miserable son of a bitch that's ever been.
It's why kids that grow up poor, usually in amazing households, have no idea they grew up poor until they get older and get out into the world, because it ain't about money. It's about the connections and the family and the love and the friends. And you said you're rich in way more ways than money.
And too, hell, I'm 55. I'm gonna enjoy life while I can. I mean, hell, 10 years good, good getting around if I'm lucky. And then maybe 20 more after that, somebody taking care of me. So I'm gonna try to enjoy them last 10 good years of getting around and doing stuff.
Right. I would say once you get 50, you start dog years. Like every week is like 7. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how much time you got left. So once you're 50, man, you got a solid 10, 15 left if you're lucky, especially if you live like we do. So you start living in dog years, you start chasing your own tail and living the most of it, man. So,
and you start looking at things different. I mean, you really do. You look, well, hell, that ain't really worth arguing over. Just let them have it and go on.
Yep.
Let them do whatever they're going to do. They're going to be the way they are.
It'd be all right. It'd be all right.
What
some people are just going to be miserable people,
Long as you don't touch me physically or bother one of my kids or one of my dogs or my woman, you're going to be okay. But you do that and it'll be different.
You do that. And then I'm like, well, I only got about 10 years left and I will gladly trade it for yours.
Yeah.
I will gladly trade it for whatever you got left if you do mine wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I dig it, man. Like,
Hey, you got a good start for a good movie right there.
you're right. I got one left.
Have hitmen going around, and for every bad guy that they take out, they get however much time they had left.
That's right.
I got one left.
That'd be all right.
You know, man, it's the smaller the circle, the less the problems.
That's right.
So,
Yeah.
that's what it's all about.
But on a positive note, I am real blessed with friends like y'all and everybody that showed up for that, and the ones that didn't, that contacted me, you know, and everything, and even the ones that didn't contact me, that, you know, I know Sean wanted to be there, but you know,
No,
He did.
he's all right. I mean, he went through some bad stuff this weekend. I ain't gonna give him no shit.
Yeah,
I'm
but he's
still
still
gonna give him a little bit of shit, but
we don't give him any slack.
I'm just glad he told me that he fell off the porch or some shit, or he'd even lean over to puke. He just didn't even aim for the Bud Light box. Just wow. Love that dude.
He's used to being on that flat ground. Got over where he is at.
Yeah, getting off
that
kilter,
head.
man. I see he sways like wheat because he's used to the flat ground, man. You get him on something uneven, and
yeah, that's what he did.
I just wish somebody would have videotaped it.
Wind hits him all the time on that flat ground.
It'll catch you, man. It comes blasting through here. Get them winds off them lakes up there, man. So,
Yeah.
I think he was still whining a little bit today.
Oh, that's right.
Other,
Bean gave him a jar of peach brandy, and he took it back and hammered that whole jar, and it hammered him. Big Nick released it. Got his jar released at the same time as Tater's. You know, it was amazing. I've never seen that place that packed before. You couldn't get around in there. There was a line down the road for tastings. And
so I have a question. The jar he has out already and Sugarland's jar, similar?
It's they just done drop ship on it and swap labels up.
The Sugarland's jar didn't have the same color as much. It wasn't as yellow, or is the yellow his jar?
The yellow is the jar.
Okay. I haven't gotten one of the South Mountain jars yet. You know,
That's it. We tasted it, and it's the same. I mean,
I figured it was. I just wasn't sure because the one's yellow. Yeah. I kind of figured that was the jar, but I just wasn't sure. So
yeah. But no, they really wasn't no reason to distill something that's already distilled, and
right.
Yeah.
Right.
A lot cheaper overhead, not long run. To me, that was the smartest thing to do.
Hell yeah. I was just curious on how they did that. Did they actually have him do it, or they just have already got it running? Let's just use that and let's just go with it.
Yeah, that's the way that works.
All about efficiency and money, man. You know what they did.
That's pretty good stuff too. We got to sample it at Adventure.
Oh yeah, it's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And Nick's a hell of a guy. I mean, he's top notch. He's really done good with what he's done, and I think he's going to go a lot further in this than.
I respect his hustle, man. I respect him. I respect his hustle and grinding. He ground that. You know what I'm saying? He grinded that out and from the bottom up. So much respect to you, Nick.
Yeah,
still big ugly, but much respect to you.
Next thing we know, we'll be seeing the JB, Nick, Tater, and
don't you
Hill style cartoon.
Yeah, tell us a little bit. You all got anything special going on in South Mountain? JB, you got going on? You want to talk about?
Yeah, they're releasing JB's whiskey tomorrow. Over there, having him a big release at South Mountain, that in-house release and tasting and stuff. It's a pretty good whiskey. I mean, it's top notch. I say pretty good, but it is good. Don't get me wrong; it's real good. But you get it, I think, in the box set. I don't know; they may be selling them singles, but I know you can get the box set of all three of JB's over there. No. But they're having that. It's a veterans. I forget the technical name of it. I ain't good with that shit. You know that. But I know it's JB's and it's a whiskey and it's getting released tomorrow.
Nice.
But and it's some pretty damn fine whiskey. And need to get you in the Jarrett and try it one night. Need to get him on there one night.
I had a jar of his JB's 101. We had stopped through Adventure when we were in town, and man, that JB's 101 ain't a bad drink of liquor, man. I drank that
hate
jar
to
pretty quick.
correct you, but it's 103.
Oh, my bad, 103. My bad. I don't have it here because I drank it all. But
Well,
man,
look,
that's a solid jar, man. I was pretty impressed with that.
And that's as close as you can get to what him and Popcorn made, I reckon. So that's why it's a good mash, a good good recipe.
So the triple set box comes with JB's Veterans Choice whiskey.
With it and the apple
JB
crisp.
103.
I like that apple.
And then the Honey Crisp apple.
Honey Crisp,
It's called Veterans Choice whiskey.
Nice.
Veterans Choice. That's exactly right. I'm sorry I forgot that, JB, if you hear about this.
I looked it up on the internet real fast, so you're all good. I just looked it up. I do a lot of looking up over here sometimes. Like, I'll just look it up, you know.
How about bet he'll let me buy without hitting me with a stick? So,
maybe. All right.
Me and him pretty good buddies.
Are you getting a label at South Mountain?
It's I'm hoping so. Nice. We're talking awful heavy. It's enough to where it stirred up some shit, I think. So
it'd be all right.
It'd be all right.
Good deal.
And, anybody got a problem? That'd be all right, man. Like, they get over themselves.
There's enough.
Worry about yourselves, man.
For everybody, yeah. There's
more worrying about yourselves and less worrying about everybody else. Get you a lot farther and a lot more friends in life, you know. So,
yeah, it just means you're doing right whenever somebody's being nice to you.
Yeah.
They're afraid that you're going to plumb out doing what it is.
So, see, that's a good part about this. I mean, everybody's flavor is different. So,
yeah,
whose is better than whose is just a matter of opinion.
That's exactly right.
It's all taste. Like, I might not like the taste of this, but I might like the taste of that a lot better. It's we all cook our meals differently. We all season our meals differently because we all taste things differently. So
that's exactly right. But now talking about seasoning stuff, I introduced people to something over the weekend that they wouldn't have never got to try, and every one of them understood why I hunt them and stuff. Other than just population control. but they said they'd eat it again if they had a chance to do hunting, and hunt after them. They'd really probably would pick that as a main meat to have in their freezer. So that taco eater really does make a good stew, Ian.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I bet. Oh, bear's good, man. Like, maybe you should start Tater's bear hunting, man. Bring people in and take them hunting for bears.
No, that's too much legal shit.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
So what's the deal with bear meat? You either got to freeze it, or do something because of the tapeworm that bears are been known to have.
You have to cook any kind of meat done, or you'll get worm.
Yeah, I get that, but
it's
something you either have to. If you cook it fresh, it's got to be a certain temp. But if you don't cook it fresh, they say you freeze it for so long.
You hear the city boy? Educate the city boy over here, Tater.
Yeah,
he's over here talking shit out of his face. You go hit that dab rig a few more times and shut up.
You cook it till it's done.
Good. Yeah. I've only had bear one time.
You don't do medium rare wild meat.
No.
I mean, you just don't, because they pick up parasites from livestock. And they don't get wormed regularly like livestock does.
Yep.
So that's why you need to do that. I mean, everybody says that, deer meat's a good medium rare and everything, but I'd rather just go ahead and cook it done and not worry about it.
Yep.
I'll eat a steak rare, but I want my hamburger done. That's just the way I am from being around farm animals and stuff. That's just me. But now, if it's game meat of any kind that I cook, it'll be done whenever you get it. It might taste like shit, and you not never want to eat it again. But I ain't never had that problem.
I haven't either.
Most of the time I say, when can I get that again?
Yeah, I've never had bear. I've heard it's good.
Mm-hmm. I've only had it once, and I couldn't believe
Guess
how
you should have
good it was.
Guess you should have went to Tennessee, huh?
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't nothing left of that up there but the bone the other night.
Nice.
This stuff's amazing, man. I wish y'all had some.
I do, but I ain't gonna get none. I got an early call in the morning. It's officially muzzle loaders deer season here.
Mm.
What's the season here, Matt? What season are we in?
Oh, we're in bow season.
We're
actually in the middle of
we're at sit in your tree stand season for Matt.
Yeah.
It was sit in the wrong tree stand all week. Sit there in one tree stand and get pictures on my phone of big bucks by the other one. Like,
at least the good thing about it, you save on ammunition every year.
He does, man. Well, it'll even out for what he misses throughout the year. So, like,
yeah.
Ain't no love here.
Hit a barn with a truck, man. I'm telling you.
If I lived in Ohio and couldn't kill a deer, I'd sell off my damn equipment.
Matt can't even hit him with his truck, Tater.
That's right.
Well, that's
the only time Matt catches a deer is when he takes Shelly to the stand with him and lets her shoot it.
Damn easy.
No love.
Hey, we know it's I got Tater's jar from Saturday's release, man. It's Oaked Apple.
All you have to do is put some apple cider vinegar back in it after you're done, put it on the shelf, and it looks just like it.
Nice. And it tastes like some shit I tried.
Don't get drunk and forget it.
Now, when they come over, like, hey, try this.
That's what.
Oh, that's fucking bad, ain't it? Yeah, it's just apple cider. Ain't not like having something just god awful that you created or acquired, and somebody you're like, hey, try this, and you don't tell them what it is, and then they look at it, and like they want to be polite and tell you that it was good, and so you just go ahead and be like, that's bad, ain't it? You're like, oh my god, that's the worst thing I ever had.
Hey, I'll be honest. I wish I had a jar here so I could take a drink and just to spit it out.
That's what I did.
I
was like, hey man, my first drink of it, because like, well, they wasn't letting us try it. Like they wasn't like it was the first time I've been to a release and they didn't have it on the tastings, and I want to say because they didn't have to push the jars sold themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like all these other ones, they had to let people try them and try this, and then they go buy a jar of it. You didn't have to do that. You knew what you was getting here. And so they sold themselves, and we're all like, man, we want to try it. We want to try it. And they're all like, you can't open jars here. You can't open jars here. So I walked up to the hotel and grabbed a water bottle and dumped it in there. And I went back down like, who wants to try Tater's liquor? Water bottle went around. And everybody got to try it. And we're all like, man, that's awesome, And then that was it. Like, we got to try it out back, And
that's even in a plastic bottle.
Yeah, it was definitely better out of the jar. So me and Bean and Wes are standing in the parking lot up at the hotel, just passing this jar around. A few times. I get deep into this jar quick, and then I pull up the bottle and take it back. Because I know Friday night we was out there, and I passed out a couple jars, and some fella walked up like, "Is this the smoking circle?" And I'm like, "No, this ain't smoking circle, buddy." I knew I could tell you worked there. We got the hell out of there. It was the end of the night. So, how long did you age that, Tater?
3 days.
3 days on chips.
Yep.
Right. Nice.
Yep.
That's a lot of color and flavor for 3 days.
I had, I believe I done 9 little old balls. They might have been a half a pound or a pound of chips in each one, and put it in. They was 76 gallon at 118 proofs. What I ended up making.
Nice.
And then we cut it down to 90, and it was somewhere right around 100 gallons.
Somewhere around 5.
I oaked it before we cut it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Always good thing to do that way. If it's, you can flavor it down right to where you want it instead of bring that flavor out, but you can't add it.
Yeah, it'll take the oak better with the little bit higher it is.
Which is why at cast strength you can fill your barrels around 120.
Mm-hmm. But it surprised shit out of me how good it is. I mean, it really did, and how much apple it does have.
It could, especially considering the way the plate you just ran it through the plates, and to be able to pull the flavor with nothing in the path. The fact that there's still apple there on the back end, that sticks around is wild in itself. And then,
but whenever the mash was working, it took it 13 days to work. But you could walk up on the back dock back there, and that's all you could smell.
Oh, I bet apples.
It smelled good.
I know you taste it clear. Did the wood like bring out the apple flavor a little bit more in the end of it, or did it just like mellow it out and blend really well?
Actually, it just blended. It didn't really. I mean, it just added flavor to it. You know what I'm saying? It didn't take a whole lot away from it. It just added a little different kick to it. You know what I'm saying? But now, whenever we was running it, it was total apple.
Yeah.
And way I describe it's about 2/3 apple and 1/3 oak.
Mm-hmm.
But it surprised the shit out of me, and it surprised me how many people come, man. You don't know how thankful I am for everybody doing that. And everybody calls them fans or whatever. You people, they friends and family to me. They ain't fans,
right?
And that's the way I want to be with it. I ain't no better than anybody.
We appreciate you, Tater, man. That's what we love about you. We all just normal, humble people. It doesn't matter if we're just a feller with a video camera making how-to videos. Been on TV, master distiller. You don't show up all the time. You just, your Uncle Joey, who's just now beginning and getting into it. Matt's got some experience at the same time. He's more under the radar and all that. But it doesn't matter. From all walks of life. We're all we're here for each other. We're family. We bond. We all know, good people when you're around them, man. So, it's like if you was ever in a bind and nobody around you could help you, you could call up to Ohio, man. We'll load up and come down. And whatever anybody, and that goes for you and anybody else, that once we make that connection, it's a family.
But we, I had people there from Iowa and Canada and hell, Florida, of course, and it's just amazing. And then Miss Patty Hudson, she hangs out up there at Adventure a lot. First time I ever seen her, she said I was her boyfriend. So anyway, she's gotten pretty sick, and she ain't doing extra good. But she was there, and it just. I was so ticket. I guess I like seeing everybody. Don't get me wrong, but that right there pulled at my heart whenever I seen her.
Hit you a little differently,
Yeah,
knowing what she's going through, but she still made it out to support you and see. Yeah, man, it ain't nothing like feeling love from other people, man. When other people show you love that you have no idea why, or there's no reason why for these people just to show you this love other than the kindness of their heart and the respect and love. It hits differently, man.
Now, are there any more festivals that you know of for the year?
Louisiana. Well, not this year. I think they have what the winter jam's going to be in February, or
Well, I think something December 6th or something like that.
I don't know. I'm done traveling for the year.
I believe if I travel, I'm going to be getting meat.
Yeah. If I travel, it's south to where it's warm.
Yeah. Well,
I'm done traveling for the year.
Yeah.
I know there's one out in Louisiana in the spring, and then it's all the same. It'll start in May and June and July and August, and they'll run all the way through November again, and the year will be over and we'll be cold.
Yeah. Well, we do have a lot of fun though.
Yeah, we do. It's always great getting together.
If I travel again this year, it'll be if they decide to have Brian Battles release, and I don't know if that'll end up being this year, but I will travel for that.
Oh, okay. But you wouldn't for me.
Right in the gut, Tater, my man. See, I told you just to hit that dab rig and stop talking, Uncle Joey. But
me and you were the ones that made that party go so well over there at Hillbilly Jam.
I know.
Yeah, he was drinking all the kids' beers and shit, not paying for them.
No, up there in Mechanicsburg.
Yeah.
No, I was talking over at Hillbilly Jam.
Oh yeah, we had a good time at the Hillbilly Jam.
At that free party.
Yeah.
Me and you was what caused everything to go so smooth. Remember how the wind was blowing?
Yeah, the wind was blowing
just right.
Just coating the crowd. See you there. Same spot, same time next year.
Hey, I'll be honest. I
think you not come and see me, man.
I know.
Listen.
I even offered for him to ride down with me. This is where you say Sean was supposed to pick me up.
Sorry, no.
I couldn't get that Friday off of work.
No,
man. That was
say Sean was supposed to pick me up.
Well, it really was. Sean had a death in the family, or I was going to ride down with Sean Saturday morning. That was the original plan, Tater. And then he had a death in the family, and it just threw the whole thing off. So
you didn't have to give reasons. All you had to do was say Sean was supposed to pick me up.
Nah, I feel bad, man. I really wanted to be there. Now, listen, I hit the wife up. It was like Tuesday. I said, hey, I need to make a trip if I can. And I told her who it was for. And she said, yeah, you can make that trip. She said, I understand if you want to go down for Tater. So I did make the effort, but unfortunately, I feel bad. Deaths in the family are never something you want to deal with.
No.
And, Sean, unfortunately, been dealing with that. So we hope he's okay and everything's going well.
I do too. I hate it for him and pray his family for strength,
Yeah.
But on the other hand, that's sorry you use that for an excuse.
It is. I can't believe that. You had a car. You could have rode with Big Easy.
You ain't digging out. You got keys. You got money. You could have bought gas.
You could have took an Uber.
Furthermore,
it's getting late.
You could have got gas down here for $2.39 a damn gallon.
Man, but I got gas for $2.32 a gallon on the way down. I was like, I didn't even need gas. I was just like, you know what?
I'm buying
off of getting that shit. I ain't seen $2.30 in a long time.
Yeah, that shit was wild. We were there.
You could have took a plane ticket, and I'd have picked you up at the Knoxville airport on the way. Just saying, there's always a way.
Oh shit!
But
it's rough around here.
Hey, so I got a question back to this apple. So, what is your favorite kind of apple to use, or do you have a favorite apple?
Free ones.
I get that. I understand.
All created equal. It'll make liquor.
Now I know that there's difference in apples. Don't get me wrong, but your basic apples are pretty much the same flavor right off the bat, except unless they're green. Mm-hmm. Am I wrong?
I mean, it's all apple,
An apple's an apple.
Yeah.
The only apple to me that's ever stood out with a different flavor is a Macintosh. And I had never been able to experiment nothing with them. And that might be something because yours is from up north they grow more of them up north because they do better.
Yep. Fuji's,
And so you
Macintosh.
might look into that somewhere down the road and try some of that. Or, you know somebody that's pretty good with apples. You could probably donate him a truckload of them, and we could see,
We'll see. It's hard to make it through these hands.
Yeah.
hard to make it through an apple. Like, you give me apples, peaches, or bananas, man. I don't know if I could separate with them. Like, you want some shit like pineapples or cantaloupes or watermelons? You can have all that shit.
Yeah,
I know a guy giving pineapples away,
and you can keep all the molasses that's ever been made. I don't ever want to touch it again.
I'm not a fan of the rum taste. I mean, it
smells like the cattle barn at the fire whenever it's working off.
It's you either like rum or you don't. It's like gin. You either like it or you don't. There's just some things I just don't like.
Yeah.
Now, if somebody was like, "Hey, come here and run this and make a bunch of money," I'll permit and run anything.
Yeah.
If I got a choice, it's not going to be rum.
I'm a big one and done and simple as can be with it,
Yeah.
You can make as much work out of it as you want to make, or you can make it easy on yourself and you can enjoy it.
It can definitely get very technical and, a lot of hard work go into it, or you can keep it simple and not put too much into it, man. And at the end of the day, you're not going to tell much of a difference. You're not going to tell any difference.
No.
Other than your back's the only thing that's going to tell a difference.
Yeah.
Especially when you age it in dog years, it's really going to tell.
I was about to say, wait till you get our age.
Woof.
I really do like they're set up there for that aspect. The only thing that I lifted while I was up there was the sugar and the apples, dumping them out of the apple puree out of the buckets. Nice. That was the only labor there was to it. The rest of it was pumped from here, pumped to there, pumped from here, pumped to there.
And running on the apples and all that, and I have to strain and all that. Oh, dude, I bet that was nice, man.
That was nice.
It didn't. Was that puree? We didn't strain that. We run it all in it.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about with the jacket. They just everything goes in the pot and they run it, which more flavor. Like let's be for real, man. You run with your ingredients in the pot, you're gonna get more flavor out of it than straining it off.
That's probably why that come out like that.
Yeah, being able to run so much in it.
Yeah, we use 200 and something gallon apple puree.
And, we know like the more we cook apples, like the more flavor they have. Like the more everything's more potent the longer you cook it. So it makes a lot of sense that you're running that big still with all of your ingredients in the mash at the same time. It's able to really put more flavor into it. It's kind of like you see people like macerate fruit in their mash before they run, just to try to help put more flavor into it and then remove the fruit. I do that. And just try to put more flavor into that mash because you can't put those solids in your pot. So it makes a lot of sense, man. And if you can afford a jacket, get you one. I can't. So
now just have to go with the straining.
We're gonna make magical what we got. So
yeah. Well,
Sean, you got anything else? I will say Beth worked her ass off. She was working hard.
She always did.
And I was like, hey, let me help you. Let me give you a hand. And she's just working. And I'm like, man, I'm passing you jars. Here's boxes. Quit coming around. Let us help you. Like, we're here, and we're not doing nothing. I kind of felt like security.
And we appreciate it. But now, I talked to him ahead of time. I told Greg, the guy at over at, and I said, I'm going to come in about 1 o'clock and I'm going to sign a bunch of jars. And he just, looked at me and he said, well, if you want to. I said, I think we better. And anyway, we signed a bunch of them, over half of them, and ahead of time, and had them ready. And we get in there and, and it gets to going, and he's like, I didn't expect this. I said, I told you. I said, can you imagine what it'd have been like with me signing jars while we was doing this? I said, ain't no way I could. I said, but like, yes. And he said, Jens has done this before something had. I said, no, it's my first release. Yeah. I said, but we both know what to expect from sales at the festivals and stuff, and the way it gets there at some of those.
Second nature, you know how to deal with big crowds, and you know how to maximize your time, your efficiency. Your muscle memory kicks in, man.
But now back to the main subject. That gal, old Beth, now, I'll tell you, she's superwoman. I love her with all my heart. Me and her have been friends for probably, since this shit started. I met her at the first popcorn setting festival I ever went to and set up. And we've been friends and talked, and she's listened to my bullshit and whining and grinding around, snot slanging over shit. and pushed me and made me feel better about myself. And anyway, we decided to start talking, and that's where we're at. We get to see one another a couple of days a week, and we live our life, until we can get something straightened out to where we're more comfortable with me and her and 3 kids in. But she's a super gal. She works all the festivals that we do. She files in and sets up, and she rolls T-shirts, and she's the woman. I mean, she is.
You two just seem like a good pair. Just from what I've seen, it's like you two are made for each other.
We try. And as far as I know, we ain't never said a harsh word to one another in any way that I know of. If we think that we're going to say something or get hateful or whatever, we just, all right, then just walk off, and that's how we do. We don't argue and fuss. Neither one of us wants to.
Ain't enough time left for all that.
And we don't think we're better than the other one in any way.
Well, y'all two seem like you're very happy. You seem like a good fit. I know a little bit. I've been around her. Beth's a sweetheart. She's a good woman. She got a good heart, man. It's good to see you happy, Tater. It really is.
Well, if a man's happy and content, he can go a long way.
Yep. Especially with a good woman behind him.
Yeah. And a good reason, But I'm glad that I went to that popcorn setting festival with Daniel and set up and signed that time and got to meet her. I really am.
Well, hell yeah.
But it's come a long ways, and it'll go a lot further, I'm sure, before it's over with.
But we're all here for the ride, man. So we're all on this journey together.
But we're gonna get in there at South Mountain this year, and there's gonna be a lot of stuff going on over there. And I hope we'll be impressed with some stuff that comes out from over there this year.
Once you get the fellers to come on with you one night or whatever, we all talk about what you guys got going on down there when you guys got something big coming up. And we're always down to we love new people, and especially what they're doing down there is it's legit.
Oh yeah,
you can't help but notice and see everything that everybody's doing, and you can always tell when it's
and they Don's just like us. He's laid back and he's looking to big markets and stuff, and I think I think his distillery is going to come up. I really do. And he's got good distillers there that knows the equipment, that knows how to run that. And you can walk in the distillery and you can tell that they actually making mash there and running liquor there. And, you can smell whenever you walk through the door what a distillery is or not.
Right.
And it's obvious. I mean, it ain't just me saying that, gigging at anybody in the world, but it's just a damn fact.
Right.
If you can't smell mash, they ain't a distiller.
All right. If they're just bringing in GNS and flavoring it, man,
Well,
they're just flavoring, man. Like,
that's
show us
but-
what you got. Make you liquor. You know what I'm saying? You want to be a distiller, make you liquor. You know.
But no, Don, he's a real good guy, and then you got JB there. I mean, hell, he's the living legend of it. If it hadn't been for him and Popcorn and making that damn video, of course, Popcorn had done all he done to get popular like he was. They wouldn't be none of us probably not even knowing. At the end of the day, that's what brought the shit on.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And everybody needs to remember that. An old outlaw that didn't give a damn for nothing is what got us all together.
Yep.
And JB is iron part of that, and he's doing good with it, and that's a good thing. I hope he lives with us another 20 or 30 years, down the road. And then you got, also you got Nick, and he's a promoter. He knows how to promote his stuff, promote himself, promote his company he's with. He carries himself well, does good business, and he's a hell of a likable guy. I mean, hell, that's a trio everybody wants to be with. That's hard to beat.
He seemed like a dude that you would want him on your team if you're working for something like that where he's going to push. He's definitely got the promotional end of it down, man. He knows how to push his product.
Absolutely.
That's for sure.
But more important than anything, a good fella.
Yeah.
And that's what's most important.
Yep.
Hey, more important than anything.
I've been around him, he's super nice.
Yeah, and his AI stuff. He's getting good with that shit now. He's made some awesome videos in the last little bit. We could give him credit for his cartooning. Y'all have seen those, right?
Oh yeah, we all seen.
Yep.
I'm JB, the legend. I'm Tater. And we're South Mountain Distilling. Yeah, I've seen them.
Those would be good ideas for some commercials, man. Yeah, those would be some good internet commercials. Yeah.
And what's cool with AI nowadays, you can do the stuff yourself instead of having to spend money paying somebody to make that little snippet for you. You just make the stuff yourself. You get engrossed into it. You can learn how to do anything nowadays. It's amazing.
Yeah, and hell, you can do songs on it too, Jason.
Bartolozzi, Heavy Metal Moonshine, make a ton of songs on there.
Mm-hmm. I done that podcast for him the other day, and hell, he sent me a song, and it kind of rap song. I listened to it a second, and I sent it to Beth, and she sent back, that's about you and Nick, don't you? I said, let me listen to it a minute, and it's a killer damn song. You listen to it, it ain't that bad. It's kind of Southern rap, about Brantley Gilbert style stuff, something like that. But it's a real good song. He had it on that video that he's promoting his show with.
Hey, Mr. Justice, those videos went away when a certain group went away.
Hey, I can see me, you, and Jimmy Jacks along the fence in one of them little AI cartoons.
Yeah.
King of the Cone. King of the Cone.
Jimmy Jacks, he is real down now because he couldn't make it this weekend, and I've got, sorry, Joy, but I've got other friends. I've got him a couple of jars that he gets for nothing. But Jimmy Jacks, he was really trying to come see me.
Lucky for these fellers, they got me and I got them a jar.
We love some Big Easy.
We also I
Our
went over
hero.
to Drop Zone Saturday morning. They had Brad Sanders released our Liberty Soul Shine, released his jar Saturday morning. We was over there. It was a good time. I believe he's going to be on in the next coming few weeks.
December 8th.
There you go.
Now, what was it, Ian? What kind of? I mean, what was the mash bill or
It
whatever?
was red and blue corn, a blend of Jimmy Red and Ohio Blue, America blend. He blended them together and it was just straight corn. It was just corn liquor.
Pretty good.
Yeah, nice and smooth, and it had you pair that America when you they get like a little apple hints on the back end when you mix that red and that blue.
Yeah,
had a nice little finish on it. So
what did they proof it up at?
90. Took it down to 90. Yeah,
that's good.
I like my corn liquor, a little more stronger, just because I put it on ice, so it brings it down. But like nice, perfect proof, 90, 100. You can't go wrong.
Yeah. I'm curious. Of course, you know I don't drink, but I'm really looking forward to trying old fashioned with this apple stuff.
Ooh.
To see how it comes out with that oaky finish on it that it's got.
Huh.
Just to try it. Everybody's an old fashioned type person,
Bent's makes a killer old fashioned. I'm going to take some and have him make me an old fashioned with it.
Yeah, I
What
do.
about
Whenever
with just a splash of apple cider?
well, that will work good too. I think Moonshiner Mike had a video where he used apple juice or apple cider earlier today on TikTok.
This is how I prefer it.
I'll be honest. I'm an old fashioned guy. I think it'd probably be good just as is.
You can't
or
brew it
a
out
little
of the
apple
jar,
juice.
man.
And I might try a little old fashioned with mine as well. But I'd be curious what bitters would you use in the old fashioned? You know what I mean?
I prefer an orange and cherry.
Okay.
Old fashioned.
Yep.
And I try to find a dark cherry if I'm making it.
Okay.
But I'll use a dark cherry and then I'll use an orange bitter. Is the way I always made mine.
Sometimes I like mixing they've got a chocolate bitters. I'll mix a little chocolate with my orange.
Yeah.
That makes a good old fashioned too.
That might be too much with an
Yes.
apple.
Oh, that ain't going in the apple. No way.
Yeah. But now chocolate covered apple is pretty good. I've had that before. Slices dipped in chocolate. That's pretty damn good.
Now maybe the chocolate not with the orange. Maybe try it. Yeah, that might be something to try.
Yeah, my first job was working at a candy store, and after about 2-3 years, I went to their chocolate factory to where they hand dip chocolates and stuff. So there ain't a whole lot on this earth that I hadn't chocolate dipped. Because I was 20-something year old in the early 90s and lived in Cosby, Tennessee. So we had a lot of vitamin B12 floating around at that time that we smoked. So I tried a lot of different kinds of candy.
Oh, I bet.
I worked there. I was a lot heavier back then.
This in chocolate. This
everything.
Yeah.
Have you ever dipped this in chocolate? Yep.
Babe, look, babe.
And the Lucille Ball movie where they're picking the chocolates off the thing, I've had that done to me before, and it is aggravating. You can't quit. You have to do something.
I can see Uncle Joey in there after hitting that dab rig all day.
Yeah. He'd be like that little girl on Willy Wonka. He'd just swell up there.
The little kid with the chocolate all over his face.
Get sucked up through shit pie.
He'd be like,
he's gonna
you're
be
fired.
blueberry.
You're fired for eating chocolates, Uncle Joey. I didn't eat any chocolates. All right. I think we're off the rails enough, man. We'll let everybody get out of here. Tater, we appreciate you sitting down with us tonight, man.
Well, I appreciate you guys, and I do want to thank everybody that come out and supported me, and everybody that always does, and just try to be good to somebody. It don't matter who they are. Just say howdy to them, tell them a joke. You know, make life light for somebody once a day if you can. That's a good motto.
That's a great motto.
I thank you guys for what you do, and I hope you's the best, and try to be safe, and I hope you get to kill you a deer, Matt.
Oh, thanks.
He's taking Shelly out with him this weekend. He gonna get one.
Quit messing up.
Well, if I get a chance, I'll shoot one. I might say that's for Matt.
All right.
Well, I'd
So bless
appreciate
him for
that.
Hey, all I know is last year he could, like I said, he couldn't hit a store with a truck, and he come over and I had some straps in there, and I'm like, here, man, take these, and they're gonna give you good luck. And I'll be damned, he didn't kill a deer that weekend. And Shelly shot it, and he took pictures with it, claiming he did it. But hey, on the ground, man.
But anyway, you guys be safe and have fun and stay frosty. All right.
Yes,
You
sir.
again,
All
man.
right.
We love you, Tater. Everybody have a good night. Next week, who we got, Uncle Joey?
Look to you, Tater.
We have the
Muzzleloader.
one and only Tracy Bumgardner from Flaming Aces Distillery.
And Ace Copper Customs is where you'll more likely know him from. Man, I got to do Uncle Joey's job for him.
I forgot
All
he's
right.
got both. That's where he
Yeah, whatever.
started.
Y'all have a good night, man. We love all y'all. Thanks again, Tater. And y'all
See ya.
tuned in.